Okay, guys, today we are doing the Hunger Games for the elements on the table, table of elements. It's just every element. If you want to see the cast, go to the elements. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, as a tribute, stand on the podiums, the horn sounds. I'm not going to pronounce some of these since they are very complicated. Rhotidium, one of them cornucopia. Moscovium grabs off fishing bait, while Mediterranean gets fishing gear. Silver, Ognesium, Francium, and Neon shoot everything they gather before running. Beryllium gathers as much food as they can. So, Skerdorian finds back full of camping equipment. Patrician grabs a backpack and retreats. Tobin kills Boron, forced death Boron. Leon runs away from the cornucopia. Leodon runs away from the cornucopia. Hydrogen touches a ball of alcohol in a rag. Magnesium, or whatever, clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Helium runs away from the cornucopia. Americanum runs away from the cornucopia. Aluminum runs away from the cornucopia. Ognesium falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Coprium grabs the shielding against the cornucopia. Oxygen spears Meldovium in the abdomen. Do atoms have abdomens? Whatever. Yes, this is liquid. This is liquid oxygen. I did not know it's blue. Okay, just throwing it out there. Valiant takes a handful of throwing knives. Harriet Sodium finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Lanthium finds a canteen full of water. Europium runs away from the cornucopia. Thallium runs away from the cornucopia. Novium runs away from the cornucopia. Ion takes a handful of throwing knives. Berkelium rips a mace out of Cerium's hands. Also, you're gonna see a lot more deaths normally, because there's 118 of these guys, so they're gonna wrap the death rate a bit more. Tungsten runs away from the cornucopia. Hessian steps up to the podium and too soon and blows up. Again, how do you blow up an atom? Cesium finds a canteen full of water. Nickel rips a race out of Neodymium's hands. Actinium snatches a ball of alcohol in a rag. Wolfram runs away from the cornucopia. Iron runs away from the cornucopia. Palladium and sulfur fight for a bag. Palladium gives up and retreats. Gallium, Mallium, and Rubium stop fighting, but Mallium runs away as Gallium kills Rubium. Mercury runs away from the cornucopia. You can't win Mercury, you are literally a liquid. Tellurium runs away from the cornucopia. Krypton runs away from the cornucopia. Silicon runs away from the cornucopia. Bismuth runs away from the cornucopia. Tessian snatches a first aid kit and runs away. Dubium takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Bromine kills the Dawson as they try to run. How do you kill an atom? I don't know. Platinum runs away from the cornucopia. Titanium, Orium, and Argon work together to get as many supplies as possible. Iridium touches ball of alcohol in a rag. Zinc runs away from the cornucopia. Lithium runs away from the cornucopia. Chlorine runs away from the cornucopia. Selenium runs away from the cornucopia. Zinc runs away from the cornucopia. Polonium was grabbed backpack from the streets. Barium runs away from the cornucopia. Promethium finds a bow and tomatoes in a quiver. Lawrenceum grabs a jar of fishing bait while Fulman grabs fishing gear. Gold runs away from the cornucopia. Strontium runs away from the cornucopia. Einstein-tinium runs into the cornucopia and hides. Sodium runs away from the cornucopia. Arsenic runs away from the cornucopia. Potassium runs away from the cornucopia. Cadmium, barium, and austinium work together to get as many supplies as possible. Uranium runs away from the cornucopia. Gallium grabs a jar of fishing bait while copper gets fishing gear. Anatomy runs away from the cornucopia. Carbonium runs away from the cornucopia. Serum runs away from the cornucopia and hides. Vanadium scares lithium away from the cornucopia. Xeon finds a bow and tomatoes in a quiver. Also, I'm not going to be giving much dialogue because there's a lot here. Nitrogen clutches a first aid kit, runs away. Oh yeah, by the way, we're still in the beginning. Bloodbath. And this looks at nitrogen. Tin was away from the cornucopia. Plutonium was away from the cornucopia. Livium was away from the cornucopia. Dysprosium was away from the cornucopia. Hafnium takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Phosphorus was away from the cornucopia. Noblium was away from the cornucopia. Neptunium steers Flavonium away from the cornucopia. Oleum takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Hafnium was away from the cornucopia. Lithium takes a handful of throwing knives. Fluorine was away from the cornucopia. Potassium was away from the cornucopia. Radium was away from the cornucopia. Magnesium breaks Nonium's nose with a basket of bread. Don't really have a nose, but okay. Carbon was away from the cornucopia. Tantalum was used to train from inside the cornucopia. Germanium was away from the cornucopia. Lead was away from the cornucopia. Chromium was away from the cornucopia. Magnesium, yttrium, and iridium work together to get as many supplies as possible. Hull finds Ytterbomb hiding in the cornucopia, but Ytterbomb kills them. Thorium was away from the cornucopia. Radon and calcium fight for a bag. Calcium gives up and retreats. Proceed. Day 1. Sodium chooses an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Bromine chooses a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Fluorine chooses smokes. Ignition decides not to investigate. Bismuth and sees europium off. The explosion discovers a cave. Volcanium pushes for firewood. Fluorine receives another supplies from an unknown sponsor. Neobum picks flowers. Neobum tries to see a fish with a trident. Cesium is picked by thorns while picking berries. Lithium and Aerobum track down and kill Tellurium. Iron begs for Hyphorion to kill them. They refuse, keeping Iron alive. Manganese searches for a water source. Gold and Nickel hunt for the tributes. Nickel overhears Thallium and Coperium talking in the distance. Oxygen begs for William to kill them. They refuse, keeping Oxygen alive. Selenium sees smoke right in the distance. I got to investigate. Titanium tries to spew fish with the trident. Calcium thinks about home. Nitrogen stalks Moscovium. Hollium stalks Livermum. Pseudonym discovers the cave. Zinkum dies from the dust. You can't really die out of those, but okay. Valium and helium work together for the day. Nobium fishes. Deuterium and Talentium split up for social resources. Anesthesium receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Germanium receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Radium searches for firewood. Mediterraneum, tungsten, anatomy, and neptunium unfold tributes. Lutetium defeats Nihilum in a fight but spares their life. Alien searches for a water source. Iridium sprains their ankle while running away from Condonium. Chin overhears Potassium and Mercury talking in the distance. Xeon, Skin, and Lawrence hunt for the tributes. Flavian silently snaps Bones' neck. Don't have a neck. Sorry. Gallium discovers a cave. Californian picks flowers. Molybdenum and Tylium attacks Molybdenum, but they manage to escape. Technically, Copper and Chromium get into a fight. Copper triumphantly kills them both. Sodium hunts for the tributes. Magnesium tends to Strontium's wounds. Guys, I hope you guys don't treat each other's wounds, because this makes I have to say more random words, and I don't feel like doing that. Radium attacks Sodium, but they manage to escape. Let's steal silicon for looking. Aluminum tries to spew fish with a trident. Radon discovers a river. Rhodians camouflage themselves in the bushes. Nolium collects from a tree. American gets Ognisan off. I hope Ognisan won't actually. Common camouflages themselves in the bushes. Iridium searches for firewood. Accidentine thinks at home. Chlorine injures themselves. Hydrogen attacks lithium, but they manage to escape. Iodine makes a slingshot. Silicon constructs a shack. Potassium attacks thorium, but they manage to escape. Caledonia questions their sanity. Zinc overhears Plutonium and Prime talking at a distance, and Neon dies from thirst. I think you're a gas. How do you die of thirst when you're a local gas? Beryllium thinks about home. Plutonium wants for the tributes. Selenium makes a wooden spear. Krypton practices their archery. Francium picks flowers. Plutonium explores the arena. Palladium accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Tenesium searches for firewood. Lanthium constructs the shack. Needlebum discovers a river. Seabum picks flowers. Solar stocks uniform. Phosphorus makes plutonium come. They refuse, keeping phosphorus alive. Indium scares Virginium off. And Einstein makes a wooden spear. 14 can't trust me long distance. I do not feel like reading all of these, since there are so many. Potassium looks at the night sky. Seymour tries to sing themselves to sleep. Polonium climbs a tree to rest. Zinc, copper, and oxygen discuss the games and what happened in the morning. Francium receives an explosion from unknown sponsors. Strontium lets gallium into the shelter. Bismuth stays awake all night, and titanium and beryllium huddle for warmth. Calcium and tends magnesium's wounds. No, what is this? Nobilium, Samurian, Professionum, Ognesian, and Indium sleeping ships. Copper kills hydrogen with their own weapon. Copper is going crazy. I think they have 3 kills so far, and they killed hydrogen in the first element. Virginian and Thorm talk about the tribute still alive. Nickel, Thorm, Taylor, and Sucker to each other. The ghost stories light in the mood. Thorm turns to the wound. Airboom tries to sing themselves to sleep. Foreman, Fens, Iridum, Californium, and Silver within the file. Tennyson looks at the night sky. Nitrogen receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Tentilium kills sodium with a sickle. Aluminum and Variant talk about the tribute still alive. Newton Starfire was unsuccessful. Foreman Aston and Williams shifts. Tungsten stays awake all night. Radiance camp for the night. Calm is woken by nightmares. Uranium and thallium huddle for warmth. Plutonium, Plutonium, and Americanium jokingly sing songs together. Dubium falls into pin and dies. Thank you. Beryllium goes to sleep. I was thinking about winning. It's not like I want them to die, it's just like it's less to say. Fossil Seed is the first one on the sponsor. It's to the unpoisoned. It's boiling the drink and they drink it at night. They don't need a drink, they're literally atoms. And this one's actually an atom. Something like that. Lithium destroys radium supplies while they're asleep. Jovium and Manium receives instructions from an unknown sponsor. Then tries to treat their infection. Chlorine starts fire. Isn't that dangerous? Isn't like chlorine flammable? Something. So objects lives to kill him if he keep himself alive. Bombing repeatedly stabs Selenium to death with size. Holmium thinks about winning. Killing half of him convinces Strontium not to kill him, only to kill him instead. Xeon, Phonium, Nihonium, and Ion sleeping shifts. Phonium and enemy want to be something truth for the night. Ion currently hums. Aconite cuts itself from exhaustion. Eurobum receives medical special unknown sponsor. Europium, Muscovian, Golden Lead sleeping shifts. Dissolving associated from unknown sponsor. Helium sets up camp for the night. Magnesium tries to sing themselves to sleep. Algon receives clean off from unknown sponsor. Dr. Wimbeck's gone to kill him if he's can book him alive. With students to go home. Attempts out, but it's not successful. Cesium, Krypton, and Zoom chest. They try to collect themselves to sleep. The Zoom tries to sing themselves to sleep. Eurobomb attempts to fire, but is unsuccessful. Eurobomb, I don't even know at this point. Bombing him into the shelter. Think quietly hums. Sitting things are winning. Titanium convinces Lonesome to snuggle with them. Mocha sees a fire saves him. Oh my god, it's so hard. There's so many people still alive. Day 2, guys. Beryllium discovers a pimple. Businesses and Silicon in particular hunt for tributes. For the same excellent takes on for landmine, watch on element. Speaking of landmines, phosphorus is influence of unknown sponsor. Neon camouflages himself in the bushes. Cadmium and lithium, work together for the day. Iron accidentally slips on the landmine. Oh, there's Iron dead. Plutonium and one from lithium, aconite, cesium, and acetine raid Krypton's camp while they are hunting. Half of them receives a from an unknown sponsor. Middle overhears radiant influence. Look, guys, it's gonna happen a lot since a lot is complicated, so my brain's gonna get overloaded and my mouth is too, so I'm gonna say random nonsense. Plutonium tunnel in the distance, and Titanium tries to spearfish with a trident. With rapid film, sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Europium goes hunting. Plutonium picks flowers. Barium hunts for the tributes. Aluminum fishes. Chlorine camouflages himself in the bushes. Fluorine makes a slingshot. Germanium travels to higher ground. Mercury questions their sanity. Ognesium attacks Argon, but they manage to escape. Titanium and Tungsten hunt for the tributes. Lawrence makes a slingshot. Disposing Tennesseum, Americanism, Thallium, and Plutonium hunt for the tributes. Muscovian and Mediterranean hunt for the tributes. Potassium fishes. Ions brains their ankle while running away from gold. Chromium and Leon for social resources. Radium protects the artery. Lithium goes selling them off. Copper explores the arena. Titanium constructs a shack. Tin tends to lithium wound. Nitrogen tries to heal with a trident. Zinc sees smoke rise in distance, but tries not to invest. Silver bags have gone to kill him. They freeze scream. So why does Silver want to die so much? One of the easier ones to say. Scandinavian scares Xeon off. Helium discovers a river. Calcium hunts for the tributes. Iridium, Thorium, Neptunium, Berkelium hunt for the tributes. Cesium springs the ankle while running away from Magnesia. Silver and Vanadium hunt for the tributes. Iridium searches for firewood. Something such sees smoke while in this one decides not to investigate. Gallium and Seabohm split up for the resources. Gallium and uranium hunt for the tributes. Tellurium makes a wooden spear. Carbon defeats the Zeta bomb in a fight but spares their life. Adam receives an instruction from an unknown sponsor. William. So, William questions of sanity. If I'm being honest, I want Zeta bomb to come sacrifice at least. They're pretty cool. I was probably saying the name. That's not how you pronounce it, but Zeta bomb, it's kind of cool. Nobium stalks Ytterbium. Copperbium scares oxygen off. Francium feeds magnesium in a fight but spares to life. Rhodium completely stops bombing to death with sight. This is actually the full liquid element on the periodic table. Besides mercury, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Then gallium keeps cleaning off from unknown sponsor. Holmium tends to anatomy's wounds. Californium scares nickel off. Lead receives nickel from unknown sponsor. Livermore cannot handle token pins and commits no. I don't think you can say this. Arsenic died while trying to escape the arena. 11 people died. It wasn't 100 left officially. I think we were like 20 something deaths. I don't know. Sunium and Cesium hold hands. Anatomy conveys a wisdom snuggle with them. Nethunium looks at the nice guy. Nomium and Albion destroys with them, saying to each other. Pastor thinks about winning. Similarly thinks about home. Diane screams for help. Zinc tries to treat the infection. Tunisian goal in Brooklyn sleeping shifts. Tyson defeats Indian in a fight but spares their life. Mediterranean intends to suck in wounds. Krypton looks at the night skies. Chlorine with iridium to the shelter. Someone needium tunnel for warmth. Lanthium feeds for from unknown sponsor. Needle bomb receives an explosive from unknown sponsor. Nickel starts a fire. Wolf receives a hatch from unknown sponsor. Titanium receives a hatch from unknown sponsor. Sodium convinces oxygen to snuggle with them. Tin tracks and kills Flavium. Neptunium screams for help. Half of them sees the fiber stays hidden. Uranium goes to sleep. Plutonium, Americanium to kill him. They fuse scream platinum alive. Oh, it's platinum. I'm stupid. I'm used to reading them so weirdly that I was just pronouncing it funny. It's platinum. Okay. We decide where they are. Bolium sees a hack from unknown sponsor. Edelbaum decide where they are. Bismuth climbs to treat the rest. Tungsten thinks about home. Carbon tries to treat the infection. How you get an infection as an element? I don't know. Practicing sees the fiber stays in. Helium and plutonium sleep in shifts. Manganese looks at the night sky. Lawrence receives unknown sponsor. Tellurium uses the on wounds. Calcium and arcanite see hunt for warmth. Scandium goes to sleep. Ion throws a knife into potassium's head. Thorium and carbon phonon goes to fight copper and kills the truck. Copper was going insane. Aluminum and thallium tell stories about each other. Molybdenum receives hatch. Unknown sponsor. Cesium and gallium want to each other tonight. Colors you open into the shelters. Instantine and yttrium want to each other for the night. Gallium and radon decide to choose for the night. Xenium, beryllium, lithium, polonium. Ghost stories lighten the mood. Cerium thinks about winning. William is closer from an unknown sponsor. Germanium sends William, lithium, Steve for the fire. Answers the camp for the night. California climbs to treat the rest. Cooks the food for magnesium. Cooks the food for putting in a fire. Titanium severely harms Holium, leaves him to die. No, Magnesium dies. Titanium spears Agnosium and the iron. I hope Unibomb wins then. Radium sets up a campfire for the night. Muscovine decapitates liver with a sword. Fluorine destroys vegetarian supplies with no soup. My fear is actually that like one of these stupid names is gonna win. But it doesn't happen. Sulfur is unstable with fire and sleeps on wolf. Nitrogen sets up a camp for the night. Okay. Basically, Thallium and Europe from hunt for the tribute. Thallium steals from anatomy while they're looking. Sulfur tends to chlorine's wounds. Spezza steals things while they're looking. Gallium thinks about winning. Francium and Curium getting the fight. Francium. Oh, no, Unibom's dead. Cool. Francium wins. I guess France is winning now. Okay, Widom, Canada, Witham, Gallium, hunt for the tributes. Well, some questions of sanity. Golem tries to sleep through the entire day. Krypton camouflages himself in the bushes. Xeon and Ion wolf for the day. Nobody practices the archery. Tantium scares itself. Zinc off. Calling the medical specimen on the bottom. Lithium picked by stones while picking berries. Lithium tries to how titanium chases lithium. Nickel taints inside titanium's food, killing them. Tungsten sprays nickel while running away from Moscovium. Copper stalks silver. And silver's probably gonna die then. Folium diverts healing attention, runs away. Metronium, Lanthium, Manganese, and Hoffman hunt for the tributes. Cosmic Slingshot. Yellowum, unnamed with magnesium, not to kill them. Yellowum, poisons calcium drink, but mixed takes it for their own and dies. Okay, so we have a cesium, I think. Well, he's dead. Here did I guess. Californium, social fire, uranium attacked Mollium, but they managed to escape. Argon stabbed oxygen in the back with a trident. Okay, oxygen's dead. We're not able to breathe anymore. Polonium sees green water from an unknown sponsor. Dyspolium injures himself. Polonium, Sulcanium, and Plutonium are further tributes. The Sonic camouflages themselves in the bushes. Wait, God, I gotta be like, I'll be like right back. I have to get Chanjo. Wait, how about I bring you with me? That's a good idea. I'm really trying to go to sleep though. Whatever. Polonium, Sectinium, Plutonium have further tributes. Sodium camouflages themselves in the bushes. Buckle defeats the Plutonium fight but survives their life. Neon practices their archery. Tennessee searches for firewood. American breaks Sodium to kill them. They refuse keeping American alive. But Williams goes illegal. Platinum Elf House Plutonium. Killing them. Silicon strangles Plutonium in a fist fight. Phosphorus and Radon Mercury. Nidorium. And someone hunt for the tributes. Simmering steals from nitrogen while they are looking. Victor Bauman overhears Aluminum telling him talking in the distance. Seabone chases Uranium off. I love my cat, by the way. If you hold that, you probably didn't. It's kind of bad. Hope some of the quality came up. Actinium runs away from Actinium. Radium runs away, defeats Idium in a fight with Space Alive. Coperium searches for a water source. And Germanium discovers a cave. How many died? 15. Okay. American tries to sling themselves to sleep. Coperium and Tin sleep in shifts. Radiant and Sidium work together to drown Sumerian. Gold convinces all gonna snuggle with them. Silicon tries to sing himself to sleep. Florian lets Beryllium into their shelter. Copper begs for him to kill him. They reluctantly oblige. Copper just wanted someone to kill them. They had guilt for killing like 3 people. Yep, Copperminium though. Calcium throws a knife in the ref of its head. The twin tries to sing himself to sleep. Plutonium cooks their food before putting the fire out. Anatomy and Radon head with the tribute still alive. Volume's trap kills Noblium. Nickel cries himself to sleep. Einstein questions their sanity. Radium, Cesium, and Carbon cheerfully sing songs together. Magnesium and Seaborgan hold hands. Lithium receives a hatchet from another sponsor. Tennessee cries himself to sleep. Lockland kills chlorine for their supplies. Scandinavian passes out from exhaustion. Muscovian severely injured with Segovin, but injures them out of the mist. What does that mean? Is that a typo? This is the update, but injures them out of the misery. I think that's a typo. I didn't put that in there, by the way. Neobium defeats Venom in a fight with Scissors Life. Neobium climbs a tree to rest. Pseudium begs Simon to kill him. They will willingly oblige, killing Pseudium. Thank you. I cannot pronounce the name. Platinum, Iridium, and Germanium sleep in shifts. Mollium thinks about winning. Zinc thinks about winning. Sulfur cries themselves to sleep. Astrid and Thallium tell stories about each other. Oh my god, they're different. It's so hard to tell. Helium stops the explosion of the death of Scythe. Aluminum and Silver track down and kill Titanium. One of the strongest elements, all dead. Fathers get on Gallium and Nitrogen, sleeping shifts. Xeon and Titanium, huddle for warmth. Mercury spears France from the abdomen. France is no longer winning. Everyone Tungsten and Magnesium, sleeping shifts. Gallium tends to the wounds. California bashes Actinium's head against the rocks several times. Bismuth is unable to convince Iodine not to kill them. Lithium kills Helium for their supplies. Second element dead. Not second element, I'm literally the second element on the periodic table. Dead. Lanthium fends rhodium, lanthium, and metallium from away from the fire. Polonium sees the fire station in woods. Uranium receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Indium receives a medical supply from an unknown sponsor. Tennessee makes a wooden spear. Rhodium swings running away with carbon. Gallium hunts for the tributes. Nickel and plutonium split up for the resources. Fluorine discovers a cave. Rhodium makes a wooden spear. Cesium fishes. Phosphorus strangles Lithium with a rope. Germanium receives a hide from an unknown sponsor. Mogovian catches on at a scene off guard and kills them. Argon tries to sleep for the entire day. Sulfur turns to Neptunium's wounds. Krypton fight Zeon, Silver and Krypton. Silver, Krypton, Plutonium survives, so Silver is dead. Thallium searches for water source. Europium receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Thallium thinks while running away from Gallium. Bulkland makes a wooden spear. Halfman defeats Uranium in the fight with Spirits of Life. Coperium defeats Uranium in the fight with Spirits of Life. Zero collects from a tree. Laughing travels higher ground. Stactinium steals from Americanum while they're looking. Californium, Gold, Mercury, Nebium, Lonesome, harmful attributes. Beryllium, Silicium, Barium, Calcium, Titanium, harmful attributes. Iridium explodes the arena. Iridium is out from unknown sponsor. Vanadium picks files. Magnesium practices debauchery. Zinc, lithium, thallium, Titanium, and red iodine scat while they were hunting. Tungsten, manganese work together for the day. Nitrogen, platinum, tin, anatomy, harmful attributes. Silicon device, lithium attention runs away. Aluminum attacks Radium, they manage to escape. Management reaches himself. 900 received medical supplies, unknown sponsor. 17 people died. We're getting a lot of deaths, guys. Millennium receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Gold dies from hunger. Nickel tries to himself. Oh wait, yeah, Gold just died. Plutonium practices both by nightmares. Krypton passes out from exhaustion. Gallium tends to lithium wounds. Silicon, iridium, carbon, zinc tells of the ghost toys to light the moon. Mercury, radon, germanium discuss the games. What might happen in the morning. Fluorine passes out from exhaustion. Berkelium, scanonium, thorium discuss the games. What happen in the morning. Titanium receives a fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Lithium practicing themselves to sleep. Titanium, tin, and Seabogan sleep in shifts. Nitrogen, thallium, and iodine shiftly sing songs together. Muscovium, plutonium, and anatomy discuss the games. What might happen in the morning. Vanadium not having a wonder child decides truth for the night. Cerium, cesium, and radon discuss the games. What might happen in the morning. Argon and beryllium talk about the tribute still alive. Phosphorus, sulfur, and mercury shiftly sing songs together. Europe is on the other side of France. She's on warm. Neutron kills Americanum with their own weapon. Finally, someone dies. Rhodium tries to sing themselves to sleep. Polonium tries to treat their infection. Lithium is awoken by nightmares. Rhodium goes to sleep. Aluminum, californium, hafnium, magnesium, manganese sleep in shifts. Uranium tends to lower some wounds. Iridium receives medical supplies from unknown sponsor. Gallium, tennessinium, calcium, coperium sleep in shifts. Calcium looks at the night sky. Tungsten screams for help. And Neptunium looks at the night sky. Krypton devotes skull and attention runs away. Neptunium searches for firewood. Mercury defeats magnesium in a fight with spirits of life. Thallium attacks Thallium, but Cerium protects them, killing Thallium. Plutonium, or whatever, shifts from the sponsor. Nickel overhears the uranium and calm talking in the distance. Lithium and lithium, whatever, for the tributes. Potassium tends to Masculine's wound. Neptunium shoots from the sponsor. Rhodium shoots a hatch from the sponsor. Thallium tries to the velocity. Rhodium ruins spear. Germanium sees Malcolm distance, tries not to investigate. Nitrogen camouflages themselves in the bushes. Copper tends to bulk in wound. Neon scares Gallium off. Cesium tends to cesium. Calcium tends to cesium wounds. Boron toxic opium. Silver and Tennessee work together for the day. Iridium and lithium forces to kill Iridium and beryllium. They decide to kill beryllium. Beryllium's dead, guys. So sad. Vanadium and Talham steals from Talham when they're not looking. Magnani scares Mediterranean off. Half-Alarm and Seabogan attack Seabogan, but they manage to escape. Mud explains Nickel while running away from Argon. Blink explains Nickel while running away from Zinc. Tungsten kills Sconium for the supplies. Radon dies from thirst. Calcium receives fresh from an unknown sponsor. Ion kills Platinum with their own weapon. Californium collects fruit from a tree. Lonesome is picked by thorns while picking berries. Phosphorus sticks on the person, killing anatomy. Aluminum travels the higher ground. Tin sees an exhaustion from an unknown sponsor. Silicon comes himself in the bushes. The funny thing is that we're actually getting rid of the guys that I can't pronounce. It's going better. Carbon tries to fire. Lithium and molybdenum tell him So stories about themselves to each other. Nickel sees the conversation. Tantalum lets phosphorus into the shelter. Lawrence some receives fresh from unresponsive. Muscovium goes to sleep. Krypton, indium, and calcium sleep in shifts. Silicon tries to treat the infection. Tin cries themselves to sleep. Rhodium lets off under the shelter. Manganese, nonium, and iridium sleep in shifts. Rhodium, lithium lose sight where they are. Polonium receives fresh from unresponsive. Tennessee strangles California after engaging in a fist fight. Fluid tries to sing themselves to sleep. William tracks down and kills uranium. Gallium forces nitrogen to kill uranium and neptunium. They refuse, so gallium kills them instead. So nitrogen is dead, fortunately, but we still uranium. Carbonium defeats gallium in a fight with spares their life. Cadmium is found to level. Tungsten is wrinkle night. Potassium seeds of fresh food from unknown sponsor. Mercury, thallium, zinc, propylene, and nadium sleep in shifts. Half them seeds of fresh food from unknown sponsor. Radium tends to lanthanum, cerium, and iron away from the fire. Argon questions their sanity. Europium thinks about winning. Vanadium passes out from exhaustion. Mediterranean looks at the night sky. Aluminum and magnesium want to be other intrusive than do for the night. Seaborn sees awake all night. Barium sees a fire station. Cesium questions their sanity. Lithium one away from Tennessee. Indium because find out flushes over the bushes. Thallium tends to come cheap, but falls on Susan, killing them both. Europium devotes phosphorus attention once away. Lawrence stalks Chameleon. Berkelium discovers a cave. Nickel Nerium stalks Nerium. Sullivan makes a wooden spear. Seaborgan dies of dysentery. Yes, I cannot pronounce them. Polonium, magnesium, gallium, and half of them raid tall balloons count while they're hunting. Lithium count questions in the bushes. Tungsten using close from unresponsive. Magnesium attacks fluorine, but aluminum protects them, killing magnesium. Oh my god, magnesium's dead. Mediterranean source for fire. Copper discovers a cave. Rhodium and uranium kills Cameron with a hatchet. I didn't even see the hatchet, so they're probably the same hatchet actually. Iodine receives fresh food from unknown sponsor. Beryllium, muscovium, and iridium hunt for their tributes. Calcium attempts to climb a tree but falls to their death. Radium falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Neptunium throws a knife in Carbon's chest. No, Carbon. Titanium explodes the arena. Krypton discovers a river. Silicon steals from Solstium while they're not looking. Lithium fishes. Thallium attacks Mercury, but they manage to escape. They all liquid. Tin makes a slingshot. Rhodium dies from hunger. Zinc receives the water from unknown sponsor. Vanadium tries to sing through the entire day. Argon sees smoke lighted in this, but decides not to investigate. 12 died. Nerium and lithium and indium sleep in shifts. Vanadium begs nickel to kill them. They refuse, keeping vanadium alive. Krypton, tin, and tungsten discuss the games that happen in the morning. Uranium sets up a camp for the night. Lawrence fends mercury, silicon, and rhodium off from the fire. Lanthanum and zinc run to each other for the night. Iodine receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Neptune cries himself to sleep. Berkelium and Europe hold hands. Polonium squeeze for help. Solstium forces iridium to kill aluminum and thallium. They refuse, so Solstium kills them instead. Hafnium and fluorine huddle for warmth. Sulfur looks at the night sky. Tantalum sets up camp for the night. Phosphorus and Musco run to each other inside the truth for the night. Mediterranean kills the Barium as they try and run. Protonium receives closer from unknown sponsor. God tries to do himself to sleep. Tennessee quietly hums. Manganese cooks the food before putting the fire out. Lithium receives a hatchet from unknown sponsor. Argon attempts to stop off but is unsuccessful. Neodymium, gallium, sleeping shifts. Copper sets up camp for the night. Argon sets up posting off killing neodymium and solstium. Yeah, actually, very hard to pronounce one. Is dead. By trying to convince lithium not to kill him, only to kill him instead. Sends him over here with lanthanum and uranium talking in this instance. Tungsten runs away from sulfur, silicon controls the arena. Vanadium tries to spear first with the trident. Thallium picks flowers. Phosphorus scares the Neptunium off. Berkelium questions their sanity. Lithium attacks fluorine, but they manage to escape. Rhodium dies from an infection. Lawrence receives Lawrencium receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Plutonium begs for Krypton to kill him. They refuse, keeping plutonium alive. Muscovium receives explosive from another sponsor. Indium and tin split up the social resources. Magnesium receives explosive from another sponsor. Hafnium overhears gallium and mercury talking in the distance. Galladonium devotes Zinc's attention and runs away. Neodymium scares Europium off. Chases Europium. Charlie and Scott's Coperium. Nickel cannot handle the circumstances and commits no. Aluminum, they vote iodine tension runs away. Tennessee thinks about home. Probably Tennessee. 7 are dead. I had no idea who's left. Lanthium and Krypton sleep in shifts. Iodine looks at the night sky. Silicon dies and throws. And he pushes Wolfram off a cliff during a knife fight. Gallium is unable to start a fire with the Wolf. Mercury and huddle for Wolf. Half of them is broke by night. How do you hug Mercury? How do you hug Mercury? I guess it is an atom, like an atom, and it's only there for a couple of seconds. So yeah, it makes sense. Tungsten sets up camp for a night. Plutonium and Wolfram work together to drown. Finally, they're dead. Uranium and Morgan unsuccessfully ambushed Lawrence and Foster and Sulfur, who killed them and said, "Oh, Uranium's dead, by the way." And so is Brooklyn. Titanium starts at fire. Tennessee touches out first, killing cadmium, methyl, okay, so everyone dead. Fluorine convinces Muscovy and snuggle with them. Neptunium tries to treat the infection. Gallium receives close responsible. Aluminum, zinc, and thallium sleep in shifts. Tin bags are all going to kill them. They refuse keeping Tim alive. Half of them seems smoke in the distance, tied on to investigate. Sulfur and Argon work together for day. Luthien begs for Nehuen to kill him. They refuse to keep Luthien alive. Lawrence receives fresh food due to unresponsive. Phosphorus bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Thallium forces Gallium to kill Iodine and Aluminum. They refuse, so Thallium kills them instead. Tennessee is unable to convince Tantalum not to kill them. Gallium devotes them to intention runs away. Magnesium tries to steal fifth of the trident. Florence spins their ankle while running away from that one. Krypton and the flash clean off with another sponsor. Tin and Muscovy work together for the day. Mercury turns tungsten's wounds. Zinc is picked by thunder while picking berries. Lanthium receives out from an unknown sponsor. A volcano is erupting. Aluminum is buried in ash. Neptunium survives. Nihonium survives. Neptunium is buried in ash. Gallium survives. Muscovy is buried in ash. Krypton survives. Sulfur survives. As Lanthium trips over Argon into lava, they grab him and hold him down with them. Tungsten survives. Mercury is buried in ash. Lawrence survives. Thallium survives. Magnesium Tin is buried in ash. Oh, come on. Okay, come on. Lithium pushes fluorine in the lava. Come on. Ion pushes zinc in the lava. 21 have died. It's a lot of people. Lawrence passes out from exhaustion. Sulfur begs for time to kill him to keep the future keep himself alive. Ion looks at the night sky. Tantalum and Nihil infect down to kill Thallium. Neutronium and Krypton sleep in shift. Tungsten dies from hunger. Magnesium and Gallium hold hands. Lithium dies from thirst. Oh, we're actually getting somewhere, finally. Ion practices and Krypton begin to fight. Practicium kills them. Triumphantly kills them both. I swear to God, if they win, I'm gonna be so mad. Neptunium does not go to the feast. Magnesium falls into frozen and drowns. Lawrence does not go to the feast. Gallium does not go to the feast. Tantalum decides not to go to the feast. Sulfur does not go to the feast. Nihonium cannot handle the strongest and commits no. I want Sulfur because I'm actually able to pronounce the name. Gallium sees ash from another sponsor. Sulfur defeats Lawrence in a fight, but spares alive. Tantalum receives ash from another sponsor. Clean water, actually. Pretend fixed flowers. Neptunium discovers a river. 7 died. Tantalum comes quietly. Sulfur turns Plutonium's wounds. Neptunium soothes Lawrence but injures him out of the misery and gets Gallium out of the density. Okay, so Sulfur's dead and okay, 3 died. Lawrence, Gallium, and Sulfur died. 10 times 5, 3 fought. The surviving what? You can have 2 winners now. The winners of that one and Neptunium. Oh my god. So, yeah. These are the replacements. I don't feel like. Dude, they. I'm gonna do something real fast. Because I do not know how to pronounce the name. And I'm pretty mad that they win. They won.
Protactinium.
Protactinium. Protactinium won. And so did Neptunium. I got a statistics. Let's see who. Phosphorus and titanium. Phosphorus had the most kills. That's actually pretty impressive. So if we click sunlight again. And that is it. That is the Hunger Games with the elements.